60 years I kept quiet by choosing where to look. In this town, not calling the police is the careful thing to do now. That's the part that ought to scare a person.
Okay, here's the thing nobody's going to like. You know that anonymous county tip line? The see something, say something number they put up after Hargrove?
We used it Thursday to flag Cora's place. Quietly.
Right. Well, Miles, pull your overnight footage and tell them the timestamp before you play it, because the timestamp is the whole story.
The timestamp is the whole story.
We report Cora anonymously at 4:52. 48 minutes later, a patrol car does a slow crawl down Cora's street, not to check on her, to let her see it.
I photograph the cars. That's what I do. Zuri, read the door number out loud. I want to hear somebody else say it. Unit 14. That's a deputy's car, Sora. That's Carl Moore's car. So we told one anonymous line one secret. And inside an hour, the person we were scared of knew we'd told it.
Somebody in that department carried it straight to her.
All right. Everybody's thinking it, so I'll say it. Why don't we just take all of this to the police?
Because the police is where the leak is. We just tested it by accident. Tip goes in, patrol comes out. That's not a coincidence, Kaia. That's a wire.
And Reyes is FBI, not local. She's 2 counties and a mountain range away, in Helena. A Copper Falls call reaches her only after it crosses a desk that isn't clean.
My grandmother sat in her own kitchen this morning and would not dial 911. Dorothy. The woman who knows where every body in this county is buried. She was afraid of the phone. So the question isn't, do we call the police? It's which one. Because one of them is carrying our secrets to Cora. And one of them, I still think, isn't. Then we stop guessing. We find out which deputy is the mole, and we do it without tipping the one who is. Miles, Sora, you two take the car. Finn, you take the phone. Zuri, you're with me. We go see the one man in a uniform who's never once lied to us. Deputy Walsh, I'm going to tell you something, and I want to be looking at you when I do. Thursday, we flagged a house on Cedar Road. Anonymously. Friday, Unit 14 did a slow drive-by of that exact house.
Unit 14 is Carl Moore.
I know. I'm telling you and not him, Walsh. I need you to understand exactly why I made that choice.
Carl transferred in 18 months ago. Clean record. Too clean. Requested every single shift that touches the Harwick Road corridor. I flagged it once. My flag disappeared out of the system.
So you already knew?
I suspected. Suspecting isn't proof, and proof is the one thing I can't gather from inside that building. If I so much as pull his file, it's up the wire before lunch. So here's how this works. Whatever you're going to do, you do it outside the department. I'll be the door you walk it through when it's done, not 1 minute before.
That was the moment we knew. Walsh wasn't the mole. Walsh wanted the mole caught more than we did, and couldn't say so at his own desk.
We didn't follow the car. You can't tail one out here without getting made. So we did the patient thing. We waited where the car stops.
He's not patrolling, Miles. A state trooper, parked at a private ranch road, standing guard. And that road, 4411, runs straight down to the old drainage channel. The stretch the county paid Hargrove $2 million to close. He never did.
A clean cop has no reason to guard a hole in the ground. And that's the same hole Briggs ran through. The tunnel door's down there under Calloway's fence, and the channel runs right over it.
Same route they've used all along. They just gave the top of it a new name. There. A state trooper standing guard at 44111. That's the picture.
2 rungs of the same ladder, standing in the same dirt.
I couldn't read Moore's calls. I'm good, Kaia. I'm not illegal. But I didn't need his calls. I needed his pattern.
Thursday, 4:52, our anonymous tip is logged. 4:53 to 5:03, Unit 14 pings the tower nearest Cora's house. 5:40, Unit 14 crawls past the Pruitt place. And today, 2:11 p.m., Unit 14 pings the tower nearest Access Road 44111.
11 minutes after we whisper Cora, his car is sitting outside Cora's.
He didn't drive there to protect her. He drove there to report to her. Carl Moore isn't leaking to the department. He's leaking to the network. He answers to the same people Cora does.
Then we stop looking for a bad apple. We start looking at a ladder. Everybody look at the bottom rung. That's where we are tonight. Cole Travis, muscle. And now Carl Moore, the badge. That's the floor of this whole thing. Zuri, read it up the way you read it to me. Moore reports to the local operators, Hargrove's cameras, Briggs who ran to Wyoming. They feed a company that isn't a company. Meridian. Above Meridian, a senator who vanished. And above her, nothing. A dark box. The voice. We can't see the top yet. But tonight, we can name the bottom. And you take a ladder 1 rung at a time. And Cora doesn't live on the ladder, Zuri. She reaches down it. She's not a rung. She's the arm.
I brought the peach, Dorothy. I know you said you don't care for sweet, but a person changes her mind about sweet when the week's been hard. And hasn't it been a hard week? Those children of yours, running all over the county in the heat. Your Zuri and her little friends. Somebody ought to worry about them. You know what I heard this week, Dorothy? I heard somebody made a little call. One of those anonymous ones. Isn't that a funny word, anonymous? Because a name always finds its way home. It found yours, didn't it? After 60 years of you keeping it folded up so small. Renner. I'm not going to do a single thing about it tonight, honey. I don't have to. I just wanted you to know that I know. That's the whole visit. Eat something sweet. You've earned it. And tell that clever granddaughter of yours, tell Zuri, that clever is a lovely thing in a child. Right up until it's the thing that gets her found.
She never raised her voice. She never touched me. She left a pie on my rail like it was a Sunday. That's the whole horror of her. She was having a wonderful time.
You requested this corridor every shift for 18 months, Carl. I used to think you were ambitious. Turns out you were assigned. Photos of you standing guard at that ranch road. Your car outside a house 11 minutes after a sealed tip. That folder's already in Helena. It's already Reyes's. The only choice left that's yours is how the next hour reads. That folder's already in Helena. It's already Reyes's. The only choice left that's yours is how the next hour reads. You think you climbed something today, Walsh? You caught the guy who stands in a field. You have any idea how many of me there are? Between you and the woman who sends the pie? I never once called it into the department. That's the part none of you understand. My orders never came from a station. Ask yourself who a badge answers to when it stops answering to the badge.
He wanted me to feel small for catching one rung, but he told me the one thing I drove out there for. He said up. He pointed up. That's not a dead end. That's a direction.
A deputy, guarding a decommissioned water channel he was assigned to sit on. That's not corruption, that's infrastructure. Somebody built a police shift into the machine. Tell the kids to stop mailing me rungs one at a time. Every one of them checks out. And every one of them points the same way, north, over the Wyoming line. Whitmore wasn't the ceiling of this thing. She was the floor. Somebody poured a foundation under the floor.
Every wind in this case blows toward the same empty chair at the top. I just can't see who's sitting in it. Not yet.
We caught a deputy today. A real one. And all it did was show us how much further up this goes.
My grandmother's phone. Your grandmother's phone. Nobody in this town can dial a number that's safe.
So we stop waiting for somebody to come. Nobody's coming. It's just us and a ladder. And we know which rung is next.